The first step in order to get your files exported would be to make sure that there aren't any fills, bitmaps, anything like that in your design, and that all the outlines have a color to them. So if you just double click on your pick tool, that'll select everything. You can left and right click on the no color swatch and then right click on black, and that will just give you an outline for your objects. Then you go up to File and say Export. You're going to choose AI, Adobe Illustrator, as the export option. We'll hit the export button. For the compatibility, you want to go all the way down to 3.x. Make sure you export text as curves. Click OK. And then inside Monu-Cad, I'm going to go ahead and start a design here, but erase it. So now I've got a blank screen to start with. If you hit IP to import, then we'll go to the desktop where I saved that. Sorry, we should have switched over to Adobe Illustrator first and then went to the desktop. We'll grab the AI file, say open, say yes, okay, and then your file's in there. From there, to cut it, you just hit DC to cut, say yes. I've got my rubber size extra large, but do a normal size rubber here. Like that, and then you would just launch Monu-Cut in order to cut it. I don't actually have Monu-Cat running, so it's not going to work for me. For my workflow, I actually hit this Cut to File button, save the file as an MCP, and then I would run that. If I needed to get something out of Monu-Cad, do the same steps. You're just going to hit DC to go to cut, and then inside CorelDRAW, you would say open or import. Either one should work. You go to where the files are saved. I've got my files saved here on the desktop, so I just take this MCP file, rename it to PLT, and then I can open that up. You need to make sure you scale it at 101.6% with the plotter units at 1016. And then it should come in. Converting it to a PLT file converts it to something the plotter can read, which is actually only going to be straight line segments. So if we zoom in here really far, you'll see how this is all straight lines, where before in the original file, if I zoom in, there are curves. This can bend like a curve. But in the PLT file, it's been converted to straight line segments. So all of these are straight lines. That's the major difference between the AI file and your PLT file, is that it has converted to those straight lines so that it can send it in the HPGL code. But other than that, you should be able to get your files into Monu-Cad and out of Monu-Cad with those steps.